Again, elegance from Shai Hope. Inside out.
This field will run away for 4. Nicely timed by Shai Hope, and this is a wonderful start to his innings and to the series.
Great timing by Shai Hope, but ably assisted there by Camino Mendes, just in front of square. Allows the first runs on the board for the West Indies.
When you look at his technique, he had his issues with short deliveries where he got very square, wasn't able to transfer his weight when the ball was pitched short, had that forward press trigger movement. Now he's a little more open-chested. His initial movement is to go back and across. Right leg just goes back and across. Then he commits himself, whether it's forward or back.
He doesn't quite go deep enough into the crease to ride that bounce.
I'm curious to see what position Jason Mohammed bats. .52 dot ball percentage in the last 3 years. So they will want to counter that and rectify it. 13 without loss after 3. Elegantly played. Shai Hope. Wow, easy on the eyes. Such a classy player. Ends the over with a boundary. 18 without loss. Excellent. Positive running from him. Immediately upon playing the shot, he made the call and committed. Something we haven't seen a lot. Outside edge. Looked as if he was in control of this shot. Just opened the blade.
Opening the blade slightly. Perhaps got that maybe a bit finer than he intended. But he gets his 4th boundary, Shai Hope.
That's easy for him.
The one Pradeep has been getting it up around 140 kilometers per hour. Critical part of the West Indies batting will be Shai Hope in this format of the game.
Because when the spinners come in a little bit later on, they're not too far behind the 8th ball.
Should be 2.
Good platform so far.
I mean, the West Indies weren't spotless in the field. They had a few bloopers, and for the second time for Sri Lanka in this brief period of the innings, we've seen a couple of errors.
Elementary, really. Gunathilaka should have done much better with that. They're very disappointed. Will the bowler be as well? The new one, Pradeep. Straight to him. And at this level, you expect to get something behind it, albeit with an awkward bounce.
It's wonderful timing. It's not as fast across that side of the ground, I think, as in the western side, but enough pace to get it for 4. Beautiful timing from Shai Hope. The 50 comes up for the West Indies.
Yeah, he's showing good touch here. Shai Hope, really elegant, wristy. Takes that one from the stumps and just works it through the one side. Didn't try to overhit it. And was on the move as well. And that's the key. Just making sure that you're in control of the shot, head over the ball, finds the gap. Classical, stylish player.
.53 without loss. Good cricket. And conversely, that's where the West Indies, in theory, folks, all I'm talking is theory.
After having played a Super 50 tournament, again, elegance from Shai Hope. He just leaned into that one, found the gap again, and good enough timing. Such elegance from him.
And bowling left-handed. Talked about him being ambidextrous. And able to switch deliveries in the over if you want to.
Just wonder, Bishop, that slip is in place, more of a psychological move as opposed to trying to get the edge. Starts with a leg break, but just probably trying to trick the batsman into thinking it's one way and goes the other.
Come back to that. I think it's an important thing. 65 without loss. Nice from Shai Hope. So 2 things I'm saying. When you're defending, you see the best players break their wrist, even though they're defending, angling the ball into a gap and playing and looking for a single. Good cricket. So I think when you're not getting the boundary ball in either format of the game, you have to be precise in your stroke play to be able to get 1 or 2 and not just defend it dead or hit the fielder.
And it's what we call the all or none principle. Either they go for all, the boundary, or none, a defensive shot. Not trying to get that single, and that stems from muscular development in physical education. We talk about someone who is holding a book, someone who's holding a 10-pound weight. All your muscles are either engaged or none of them are engaged. Similarly when batting. They either try to get that big shot, that boundary, or a defensive shot just like that. So the all or none principle in effect. We want to get that balance between the boundary and that defensive shot. So those singles, 1s and 2s, very crucial.
And you will, I don't want the viewers to be misled, you will have to just defend a couple. Those ones you want to get a single. 71 without loss, 14 gone.
2 fielders within the 30-yard circle behind square on the leg side. Shai Hope uses the depth of the crease quite well. He's used the depth of the crease a little bit better than Evan Lewis. Also does well when he plays back.
Such a good player when he's going, Shai Hope. very easy on the eye.
This is why I mentioned Shai Hope and his ability to transfer weight. It gives you an indication as to how early he's judging the length of deliveries. That is also an indicator as to how well you're batting when you can judge the length quite early. It gives you more time as a batsman to play the ball and to make decisions. Whether you're going to defend, whether you're going on the attack, whether you're using your middle game. He's done it nicely in this innings, Shai Hope. Doesn't find the gap. Good start to Sandakan, just 1 run conceded, 76 without loss. And because of that newness, it'll be very difficult for spinners to extract turn. Still, that lacquer, that hardness will allow the ball to slide on as against gain traction off the surface. That's why you often hear spinners say they would prefer bowling the old ball as against a new ball in situations like this.
One thing we haven't seen yet in this match, haven't seen a 6 being hit, which is very strange.
I want to reflect on the first delivery. On the other hand, Shai Hope looking very confident at the crease. Glorious from the right-hander. Gets his 18th half-century in one-day cricket and continues his rich vein of form against this opposition.
Certainly was a pleasant stroke. Good stride in and just caressed it just to the left of the fielder at mid-off for 4. Such a wonderful player to watch, Shai Hope. Haven't seen any turn from the Sri Lankan spinners as yet. It's a dryish kind of surface, but it's not really gripping that much. So hardly any turn.
Not a bad line here by Tilaka. Just going round the wicket, changing the angle to Shai Hope. He's a strong offside player, so just opening him up a bit. Tilaka, not a mainstream bowler you would say for the Sri Lankans in this match, but he has a bit of a golden arm. At times he's able to pick up the odd wickets for his team. These two eyeing up another century-run partnership. Just one achieved before this innings.
Done.
Yes, no. Sent back by Evan Lewis, and quite rightly so.
Sri Lankans finding it very difficult.
That's a viable option for Naratna. These two at the crease looking very comfortable. Shai Hope and Evan Lewis. 97 without loss. When you look at Shai Hope's ODI record, you see that he's got a 50% conversion rate. Every 2 half-centuries he scores. he converts into a century, so Sri Lanka will be mindful of this. 9 ODI centuries, 18 half centuries. So there's a strong probability of him converting today. Has the time, he has the score.
Yeah, they've negated this spin threat by the Sri Lankans quite well. These two opening batsmen, Evan Lewis and Shai Hope. There's been much conjecture about that battle, spin versus the batting of the West Indies. And so far, they've come out on top. This brings up the 100 for the West Indies. What a platform it has been. This rotation of strike from Shai Hope has been particularly pleasing throughout the course of this innings. Bring it down as much as they can and do so sensibly. 23 gone, 104 without loss. But he's been very impressive. Inside out. Might have gone all the way as well. Just one bounce into the rope. Such elegance and class from Shai Hope. How often will we say that in this match?
Let's look at how he just gets the left side outside the line of the ball to make room for the bat to come through. Such a complimentary player. Power not needed.
And rotates the strike with the next ball. So 100 and... Let's look at this elegance from Shai Hope. Knows exactly what he's doing. Doesn't try to overhit it or to power it. And again, this is really good cricket from these two.
I would bring in, I would try something different. I'm not saying that he can't get a wicket, Hasaranga, with the field that's set, but I just want to create the perception of a little pressure. Perhaps get the man at cover in close or the mid-wicket in tight. What are they going to do here now? Yeah, there's a man at short cover. That's a type of thing that we're talking about. That's good. It's just a perception. Force Hope to score his singles elsewhere. Smart batting. The other thing I do is that one of the seamers can come back. It's perhaps too early.
Just as you opined, Ian Bishop, Shamira is back in. He was dismissed inside edge, close to the stumps, goes away to the boundary for 4. A serendipitous boundary here for Shai Hope. Change in rhythm. Very measured and composed in his approach. Only played a few games towards the back end of the regional Super 50 tournament for the Barbados Pride. Having been initially ruled out due to COVID-19 virus. But he's shown another maturity and responsibility at the top of the order for West Indies in one-day international cricket, and this is what you would have expected from him, anchoring the innings. And in Evan Lewis, he's forged a remarkable partnership so far. This is what they have not been able to do consistently enough, Sri Lanka. Build that pressure, create opportunities through the dot balls. Shai Hope skillful enough just to deflect it into the gap. Good delivery. Good over. Successful over.
He has been very impressive in the T20s. Chimera.
Shai Hope is well set, very much in control in this innings. Now, I've been watching Shai Hope. I spoke about his technique and his good transfer of weight early in his innings. Nice you there for Shai Hope. He's very good off his pads. Chipped in the air. The placement was good, so he wasn't intent on keeping it down. Shai Hope brings up the 150 for the West Indies. 150 for one.
To get more spin on the delivery. He's the opposite. He's collapsed a lot more than I thought. But still very effective.
Yeah, well, the art of leg spin is very sequential. Starts with the grip, then it follows through a sequence. That brace front leg. Excellent support in the field, saving a run. Bandara moves on to 80 now. Shai Hope eyeing up possibly another ODI century. That's the first one.
They weren't quite sure.
Again, gets into an awkward position, exactly what we've been talking about. Struck on the helmet. Shai Hope just being ruffled a bit by Chimera, his pace, his short deliveries. Nicely threaded there by Shai Hope. Another easy single worked away through the onside. 161 for one.
They've tried their fast bowlers. They've tried their spinners. Much vaunted spin bowling attack, but West Indian batsmen have handled them quite well. Asaranga, very miserly, but no wickets to his name. Sandakan, a little bit more expensive. Gunatilaka as well, no wickets for either of them. Only wicket taker so far, Dushmantha Chimera. A brilliant delivery to get rid of Evan Lewis. In the air, but falls safely. Shakira Selman alongside me now. How impressive has this innings been from Shai Hope?
I've enjoyed watching Shai Hope as always. I think what he's been able to bring is a sense of calm to the West Indies lineup. A especially when facing the proven threat of Hasaranga. In Sri Lanka, he also played him quite well.
So there's impartiality from you, healing from Babylus as well as Shai Hope.
Oh, you! Sana, sana. Boy, come on, boy.
Another single to Shai Hope. Moves on to 84. Sri Lanka would have been disappointed. In there, all safely. And for Shai Hope. We've seen quite a change in personnel for the West Indies in this match from that T20 International Series. Hope and Bravo, both these batsmen at the crease, did not feature in that, so they won't have that baggage from that series. Along with Jason Mohammed, Romario Shepherd, Alzari Joseph. Akil Hussain was part of the squad, the T20 International squad, but didn't feature, played here today.
Sri Lanka has used 6 bowlers so far in this innings. We haven't seen Angelo Matthews on the field for a while. He hasn't been on the field for a while. He perhaps would have been an option for Karunaratne. A bit of medium pace. Shai at the stumps. Bravo is well in. 5 dots. Single to end the over. Just 1 from it.
Whipped away through the one side in the gap from Shai Hope. Good bit of timing and placement. And another boundary for him.
Noam Pradeep has persisted with this line of attack since he's come back in for his second spell. Shai Hope, very well balanced, just deciding to whip that one over my wicket. His 11th boundary.
Inside edge. They've really controlled this run chase well. Shai Hope has been the pillar. He's resisted everything that has been thrown at him, whether it is from the fast bowlers, from the spinners. Rotated the strike really well. Found the boundaries when what needed. 11 fours to him so far. You want to be there to the very end. We can get a red inker here. That would be very pleasing for him, for his teammates, and for the fans of the region.
Shai Hope is a man who likes hundreds. He has 9 ODI centuries.
Goes for the big shot and gets it over long on and moves to 99. Shai Hope, his first 6 of the innings.
Wonderful hit by Shai Hope, showing some versatility.
And there it is, the moment for Shai Hope. His 10th one-day international century, only the 8th West Indian to get to that milestone, and it's been a brilliant effort from him. Really showed that control, maturity throughout this innings. Much deserved century for Shai Hope.
Nothing short of what you expect from a player of such caliber. He's dominated throughout this entire game, bringing out his 10th ODI century. What a knock from this young man.
And that was the moment, being applauded by his coach, his captain, acknowledging those applause. Really a special moment for Shai Hope, his 10th one-day international century. Shows the tendency to get the big scores, to convert his stats. Really phenomenal numbers for him. ODI average upwards of 50 for Shai Hope. Just 32 more needed. Asaranga back into the attack. This one hit into the gap. Will challenge the fielder. Just want to check that. Close to the boundary rope. Asaranga back into the attack.
Rightly so. Just 30 more required by the West Indies.
One-day international hundreds for Shai Hope. Another one for West Indians to do that was Marlon Samuels. And after a really good start, 105 without loss. So they'll reflect upon that a little bit later on. Shamira continues.
This is Chamira's 4th spell so far.
Per hit. Doesn't get the connection that he would have liked. Might still get. Just settles for the one. Shai Hope. Well driven. And goes away to the boundary. Another bit of misfielding there from the Sri Lankans, but good timing. Don't think that that ball has the timing to get to the boundary on the initial look. But it just accelerates off the face of the bat. Showed where he's scored in this innings so far, Shai Hope. All across the ground, through the offside and onside. A really good wagon wheel. Shows his versatility as a player. He's not dominant on one side only. And he can score either side of the wicket. So that's a pleasing wagon wheel.
He's been able to hit a number of boundaries in that V through the offside and through the leg side. Just hitting through the covers and through mid wicket. Really showing his balance.
Clean him up. That man again, Shamira. Just like he did Evan Lewis, the other opener for West Indies, Shai Hope, has been castled. End of a brilliant knock from the West Indian opening batsman, acknowledged by his opponents for his brilliance. Was another excellent delivery.
Shai Hope clearly disappointed that he was unable to see his side home. But a brilliant bit of bowling, playing inside of the line, deceived by what looks like a slower delivery. Off stump, castled. Good job by Chamira. But a brilliant knock by Shai Hope. His 10th 100 goes for 110.